Hey guys, what's up? It's me, the-kyle-chronicles, and today is September 9th, 2020. I am officially 3 months post-op from top surgery. Usually I would do like a little vlog style type video for this, like I do with my testosterone updates, but I figured since I'm going to be going over my recovery from just after the first week till now, it's easier to do just a sit-down video. Especially because there'll be photos interjected throughout this, because I've been taking pictures of, my chest throughout the healing process, so you guys can get an idea of what each stage of healing can look like. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to June 29th, because that is the first update I had after I filmed that first week update for you guys, which if you're interested in watching, there'll be a link in the description and also on screen, so like pause, go watch that. That details the day of the surgery and the week of recovery that followed. So yeah, go watch that. I didn't include any pictures in that video, so before I get into the update actually, I'm gonna throw in that first week worth of pictures for you guys to see, so warning, these are probably the grossest looking pictures because, there's dried blood and stuff since it was a surgery. If you don't want to see that, then skip to the time I have on screen now, and I'll catch up with you once those pictures finish playing for you guys. So, June 29th is where this update will begin. That is the first day I saw my incisions without any tape on them when I was changing, my bandages and stuff after I finished showering. And at that point in time, my incisions looked very thin, except for the very end of each, where the stitches were kind of bunched. I do have pictures. They're not the nicest because I still had some glue residue around the incisions, but you get an idea of what they look like at that point in time. July 1st, I had scabs on my right nipple. I had started to come off, but only ever so slightly. I believe, once again, I have some pictures that correspond with this timeline. July 6th is when I scheduled my second post-op appointment with my surgeon, which would be the following week on July 16th. July 9th is when I reached 1 month post-op. I have pictures of that for you guys. I take, all these pictures will be a front view from straight on, and then a side view kind of with my arm lifted up, showing how my incisions are underneath my armpits basically. July 12th, I had an infection starting at the end of my incision under my left armpit, so it was just up here. But I was able to clear that up right away and everything was fine. I kept an eye on it. Don't do what I did though. I just chose to kind of tell my mom and my grandma. They helped me clean it out. If you are worried about an infection or something, feel free to call your doctor. The only reason I didn't is because I caught it right away, and it was starting to clear up the day after we had started cleaning it out more carefully, so I felt fine with that. But if you're worried about an infection or something, call your doctor, call your surgeon's office, take their advice. They're the professionals, not me. Also on July 12th, at this point in time, I only had partial scabs left on my right nipple, and all other scabs had disappeared. So I guess at this point my left nipple had completely, been de-scabbed. I guess that's kind of gross, but it is what it is. July 16th was my second post-op appointment with Dr. Chorus. She was my top surgeon. She's a plastic surgeon based in Edmonton, Alberta. She was who I was referred to. Yeah. She told me that at that point in time, I was allowed to stop wearing the medical binder I had been wearing, which was a godsend. It was so annoying wearing it every day, and also it was pretty gross. I had only washed it once because I was scared to have it off for an extended period of time, but yeah, I didn't have to wear it anymore, so I was pumped. She said my incisions were healing very nicely, and that all I had to do was keep taping them, either with the, it's like really thin tape. I have some, I'll show you guys. I don't know how you guys can see that, but it's micropore tape, is what it says on the inside. So that's what I had been taping my incisions with, and she said to keep using that. Or I was also cleared to start using silicone tape as well, because that's what's highly recommended. At that point in time, I was also cleared to return to work and start working out. I believe I returned to work the week after that appointment, like the Monday after following that appointment. And the next time I'll see her will be in 6 months, just to see how everything is healed and settled, because with top surgery, for the first year, everything kind of is still healing and settling naturally, so it's said to kind of wait until the 6 months to a year mark passes before you think about any revisions, because things, can still change in that time. At that point in time, I was also told to keep bandages on my nipples just until, they had no, fluids on them or scabs on them, etc. Basically, just, it's like a wound. You gotta keep it covered until it looks like they're okay to be uncovered. July 18th was the first time I used silicone scar sheets. I used the Scarway brands to put on my incision lines. I didn't end up sticking with that brand for long because the only package of them I could find only had a very few in them, and I had to basically use twice because they were like this long and my incisions are longer than that, so I didn't end up sticking with them, but they worked. They seemed to fall off pretty fast though, for me, so. August 6th, give or take, it was around this time, I had started to feel some pain in my right nipple, and from doing, some Googling and stuff, I found out that that's possibly from, nerves reconnecting. So, fingers crossed that that's what that means. August 9th, I was 2 months post-op from top surgery. So at that point in time, I had feeling pretty much everywhere in my chest except for my nipples. That's still true. I can feel, even my incision lines I have feeling in, not, with just a shirt on, but if I were to press on them, I could feel that. And the only scar care I've been doing has been following, putting tape on my incision lines. I know some people, surgeon, get them to, massage their incisions and put oils and stuff on it, but, my surgeon only told me to tape, so I'm just doing what she said. August 10th, I started using Mederma Intense Patch on top of my scars. Once again, I can show you guys what that looked like. This, because that's the only scar care sheets I could find, and I really did want to use silicone-based stuff. I wanted to use Mepitac or Sika tape, but I couldn't find any in the local stores where I live, so this is what I was using. As you can tell, there's still a lot in here. Because August 13th, I had to stop using them because they were giving me an allergic reaction. All around my incisions, I would be getting a rash, and they were really itchy, and I really didn't want to be scratching in that area, so stopped using them. And I have a feeling it's either from the Cephalin or Allantin that they contain, because they do contain those two medications. They're not just silicone patches, so yeah, I stopped using them for that reason. August 21st, I started to use Mepitac soft silicone tape on my incision line. That's what that looks like. I was only able to get a small box because that's kind of all they had. Looks like this. It's like a big long strip so you can cut them to size. Obviously there was more, but I've been using it regularly since then, so yeah. August 30th, I felt a lot of short, sharp pains and a tugging-like feeling in and around my right nipple. So again, I feel like that's nerves reconnecting or stuff just settling. It wasn't anything, like, super painful. I wasn't, like, clutching my chest in pain. It's just, like, kind of weird having sharp little tiny pains throughout your nipple. And that brings us till today, which is, as I said, 3 months post-op from top surgery. So this is a list of everything that I've noticed. My nipples are still relatively numb and flat. I can't really, like, if I press on them, I can kind of feel around them, but they don't react to cold or heat or anything. They don't, like, get hard like nipples do. And by flat, I mean, like, there's no point of them that, like, pop out like nipples usually do. You'll kind of see in the pictures I show what I mean by that. But, it's fine. I expect them, from what I was reading, this is kind of the point when nipples would start to pop out. If they don't, though, then a revision is something I might need. It might not be. It all depends. I'm happy with how they look for now, although my left one is slightly, like, angled and oblong compared to my right one, but chests aren't always perfect, so it's whatever. Parts of my scars have started to fade. Not super noticeable. I don't know if you'll be able to tell in the pictures, but the ends of both my incisions have lightened up a lot, and I noticed other parts on I believe it's my left incision, have started to get more light, so. However, a part of my right scar does seem like it's stretched slightly, and I don't know if that was something I could have prevented. Another thing, I get kind of random shooting pains throughout my right nipple pretty much every day, if not every other day. My left nipple gets them not as often, it's every once in a while. And again, I'm pretty sure it's from things settling and nerves possibly reconnecting. It's never, like, super painful or, like, bad enough where I feel like I need to go to a doctor or anything. But if it's something that you guys experienced and that you're not, like, feeling comfortable, go talk to a doctor. It's probably the best bet. Another thing that I noticed is I have a stretch mark or scar. I don't know which it is, but it leads out from my right nipple. You might be able to see in pictures, I'm not entirely sure, but, like, my nipple's here, and the scar kind of goes like this. So I'm not sure if it's a stretch mark. I'm not sure how I got it there. And if it's a scar, then I'm assuming it's from when I had stitches around my nipple. But I'm not really sure how it took the shape it did. So, yeah, that's weird. And the final update, that I've officially written down are that my nipples seem to get dry skin in the centers every once in a while. It's nothing, like, concerning, and it's not, like, a whole bunch. It's just, like, a tiny, tiny amount. So I've just been using some of my lotion I have to keep them hydrated. That's all, like, the official healing updates and everything. Emotionally, I'm fine. I know some people experience post-op depression. Luckily, I didn't experience that. This whole process has been mostly easy and just a really good time for me. The first week or two was a little hard because I couldn't do anything, and, people had to do things for me. But once my doctor cleared me to, work out, go to work, return basically to normal, it's been easy since. Pain-wise, this process up to this point has been not really painful, except for the first week, obviously. That's gonna be rough because everything's still fresh. But even the bruising I had on my chest, which was minimal, mind you, that really didn't hurt. The pains I get in my nipple, they're not, like, horrible, sharp, like, stabby pains. They're just kind of, it's weird. It's like little jolts of electricity, kind of, I guess, is another way to word it. But yeah, this like I said, this whole process has been wonderful to me. Being able to wear a shirt and not worry about if people can tell I have a chest, not doing this constantly. If you're another trans or non-binary person who binds, you know what this movement is. It's nice not binding. That's another thing. Not worrying about having layers, especially when it was really hot out here. Being able to go outside shirtless is awesome. I don't do it, like, regularly because that's a little weird for people to just constantly walk around shirtless, but we had a pool in our backyard, so swimming without shirt on was amazing. I'm actually excited to, like, go swimming and go to beaches and stuff next year. Summer's basically over here for us. But yeah, it's been a freeing, very happy process for me. Now, part of that is because I was emotionally able to prepare myself for my results to not necessarily be perfect, which I know they aren't. I know my right scar angles down slightly in comparison to my left scar, and my left nipple, like I mentioned a little bit back, it's like angular and oblong, whereas my right nipple is like circular, like nipples typically are. But those are all things that I don't mind. Like, they don't bug me. I don't look at my chest and focus on those things. I'm just aware that they're there. It's something I may eventually get a revision for. I may not. Kind of depends how things continue to heal and settle. But overall, I'm over the moon with my chest. It's the best I've felt about my chest in forever, pretty much. And when I look at myself in the mirror, or when I look down at myself, or, you know, take pictures, it feels right. I don't really have a better way to explain it to you. It feels like it was always meant to look like this. Like, my chest is my chest now. I feel a connection to it, and it makes me so happy. The next post-op video I'll give you guys will probably be at 6 months. Because at that point in time, I'll have had another post-op appointment with my surgeon, and things will have continued to settle. I might have feeling in my nipples by then, who knows. And then after that, there'll probably be the year post-op video, and then that'll probably be it in regards to my top surgery, unless, you know, I get revisions or something major happens. But I'm happy to have shared the journey this far with you guys, and I'm excited to continue to share the journey with you guys. Yeah, that's kind of it. I'll see you next time. Bye.